Hello everyone, my name is Dhruv. I am an intern at Lexis and Company, and today in this video we are going to discuss bailment and the concept of pledge also. So what actually does bailment is? What does bailment define, or the what is contract of bailment? We will be discussing some of these. So bailment is under section 148 of the Indian Contract Act, and it says that when a person delivers some good to another person for some purpose, with the understanding that the goods shall either be returned or disposed of according to the instruction of the person delivering it, that is called the contract of for bailment. Now, when someone in our day-to-day lives, we see many dealers. Every product available to us in the market is through dealers only. So these dealers also buy these products with some wholesalers or some other person. So here is the practical application for contract for bailment, which says that when a person delivers some good to another person for some purpose, with understanding that he knows that this good can be used, can be returned, or even can be disposed according to the instruction of the delivering person, that is known as the contract for bailment. Now we have different examples. One of the example I just told you. Now we'll be discussing some of the different examples for contract for bailment, which says that if we send our TV to service center for repairs, so we know that this is a contract for bailment, although it doesn't happen in real life that a person destroys our product or do something, but God forbid, or in the accidental case scenario, anything can happen. Second example would be that delivering our old jewelry to goldsmith for polishing. Now we know that goldsmith may do something to, he may ran away with our jewelry or somewhat like this. These are the possible scenarios, although these scenarios don't happen such in real life, but 1 in 100 chances these scenarios do actually happen. The third example would be the handling over goods to transporter for transportation. For example, we give our when we shift from one place to another, so we give the whole our household items to the transport or to a movers and packers company, and they do it, they do the transportation, they do everything, and they are wholly solely liable to it. But this is a case for contract for bailment. And the fourth example would be giving clothes for dry cleaning. The fifth would be hiring of taxi for tour purposes. These are some of the examples of contract for bailment. Now in this contract there are two persons involved, or we can say two parties involved, which can be further divided as bailer and bailee. So bailer is the person who is delivering the goods, and bailee is the person, and the bailee is the bailee is the party involved here, whom to the goods is delivered. Now there are some legal rules to bailment, which is says that according to section 50, and there are duties. Section 150, sorry for the misconception. So section 150 of the Indian Contract Act, which says duties of a bailer, which says disclose defaults in goods. Now the bailer is bound to disclose to the bailee and the faults in the goods bailed, of which the bailer is aware, and which materially interfere with the use of them, or expose them to the extraordinary risks which are obviously involved in any type of contracts. Now these were the duties of the bailer, which says that if he does not make such disclosure, then he is responsible for the damage arising to the bailee, and it is directly from such faults. Now duties of the bailer also disclose defaults in the goods, which say that if such goods are bailed for hire, the bailer is responsible for such damage, whether or not he was aware of the existence of such faults in the goods. For example, we can say that A hires a taxi car from B. Now the car brakes failed and the A is injured, though B was not aware of the problems in the car, but B is responsible for A to the injury. Although this is because B is in the possession of that car, these are the things here. Now we'll be discussing duties of a bailee, which is under section 152 of the Indian Contract Act. So it says that the bailee, in the absence of any special contract, is not responsible for the loss or destruction or deterioration of the thing bailed. Now if he has taken such care of the goods bailed to himself, as a man of ordinary prudence he would take care of his own goods. So these are somewhat inversely proportional, or we can say we can find a relation to this. Now there is also inconsistent act by a bailees, and these inconsistent acts are majorly involved in these type of contracts. So it says that a contract of bailment is voidable at the option of the bailer if the bailee does any act with regard to the goods bailed, then it is inconsistent according to the conditions of the bailment. Now we'll discuss it with another example, which says that A lets to B for hire a horse for his own riding. Now B drives the horse, or B rides the horse in his carriage. This is at the option of a termination for the bailment. This exactly means that if I give my car to someone for a ride, and he drives that car to back to his place and takes the possession of that car, so it is obviously a termination of the bailment. So these were some of the rules and regulations regarding the contract for bailment, some duties, and let's keep this video here only. Further we would be discussing next. Thank you.